I just have to admit one thing. We have a tragedy.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
I'm out of Miller Lite.
No. Whatever
Could
will
be
you
worse.
do?
I got to drink a Lone Star. I have a tiny bit of wine left.
Is that all left over from the grand opening?
No, that's the problem. All that's still at the stub.
Oh,
Dang it!
It's
I
live
should have
now.
stolen a few bottles because we only drank one bottle of wine. So sad.
Yep.
And there's a ton of beer left, a ridiculous amount of beer left. Anyway, hello, it's Thursday.
Hola.
Yes, and the stub is open.
Yes,
open
congrats.
for business. Thank you.
I know that was a shitload of work from the both of you. So
Oh,
it
Congrats.
came together incredibly.
dude.
I'm still in a daze.
Dude, yeah. Today we did a little bit of work, and then we were both like, let's just call it the day. Like, it's been a lot of work. It's been like over 5.5 months, and it's basically
I don't know about you, Dan, but one thing I noticed is all of my fingers are like sore. My hands and my fingers.
everything's sore.
From just so much labor.
I'm still
Yeah.
like recovering on sleep. I still want to sleep so
Yeah.
bad. Like, I wanted to take a nap so bad today. Oh well. One of the public wine bottles Meg had went out of the secret stash. Sadly, like, I bought a bunch of wine. Meg and I were the only two that drank any wine of the wine. So, oh well. Dan, when are you buying an E46 M3? Probably never.
I'll buy an E46. It's got to be a
There you go.
manual though.
Is that the cool one?
It's the older like 2001 to 2005
It's the V6
Yeah.
one, right? Or the i6?
inline six. Yeah.
Yeah. Those
Those
are
are the cool ones.
Yeah, I like
Yep.
those. I actually drove one of those on a track. It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Tell us how the opening went. Well, it went pretty well.
It went really well.
We
Yeah.
had,
That
I'm
sounds
gonna
great.
guess we had 80 people come.
It seemed like about that. They
Yeah.
tricked.
We had
Well,
100
that's-
we had 100 RSVPs, and I think about 80 of the people showed up. We probably had close to 20 supercars.
Yeah. I'd say it was at least 20.
And then it was actually really nice because it was extended all day. It never got crowded.
Yeah.
So like people would come, people would go, people would come, people would go. So it just kind of was nice. Like, I don't like it when things are real packed in. Like, I'm an introvert. Like, I know, like, oh my God, I'm on YouTube a lot. You know, you think I'm not an introvert, but I'm an introvert. Like, I actually don't necessarily want a big crowd of people around me and stuff. But like, it just kind of makes me uncomfortable. So having a night, it was like the perfect amount of people. Like, I never felt like part of it is like, I feel like as a host, I want to be able to meet everyone, shake their hand, at least talk to them for a couple minutes, right? And I felt like I could do that.
Yep.
And especially for like people that are coming from out of town, like if you're driving all the way from out of town, I definitely want to be able to like talk to you for a little while. And I think I hopefully was able to do that, and everyone was Was any Mustangs crash?
Mustangs weren't allowed at the parties.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
For that reason. It was a
Um,
lot more chill than I expected. I don't know why, but I expected like it was just going to be a crazy party, and then the night,
oh hell
come
no, that's
nighttime.
definitely
But
not our style.
I know it's not, but just like hearing how many people. But it was pretty chill. Like the weather was great. The doors were open. You could
Oh,
Oh, the weather was awesome.
Mm,
go in and outside.
couldn't have asked for better weather. We were joking because like it's like the moment we finished the stub, the weather shifted, and we've had the doors open every day. We haven't had to run the air conditioner at all.
jeez.
It's been perfect.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
I got the next electricity bill,
Oh,
How much was it?
$450.
that's not bad.
I mean, we were running the air every day, full bore.
Yeah.
I mean, it was basically 100 for
Yeah.
that whole time. So
That's what my house was for that month. So
my house was $360 for the month. So
Yeah.
my house went down, but the stub went up. But someone's
Well,
asking-
also all that construction.
yeah,
Those dudes
Yeah.
were using all the tools and everything, and
yeah, that's a lot of amps. As a new subscriber, I gotta ask, what's the significance of Meg's fan Fred Daniele? So you can become a supporter, or what do they call it? A member of the
Member.
channel. I think it's a member.
Yeah.
It's a YouTube, like if you go on the YouTube page, you can become a member, and they have different levels. And the highest level is a Megs fan, and Fred is the only Megs fan.
So you used to become a Megs fan, and then Fred won't be alone anymore.
You get your picture on every ending of a video.
It's pretty special.
If you like it or not.
Yeah, whether or not you want it. The barbecue was excellent.
Yep.
Yeah, it was Agape Barbecue. It's actually right down the street from the stub, like literally less than a mile away. And that was fantastic. Really, really good. Came out great. And I think all of it, like every last bit of the barbecue is gone.
Those who
Yeah.
stayed late got a plate of seconds or thirds.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And all the cookies are gone. Everything's gone. We ate it all. It was great. Actually, it was like the perfect amount of food. We didn't really have any leftovers, so it was great.
Nice. Just
Yep.
leftover beer.
Yeah.
Lots, and
Which is
lots.
that's
and
not a
wine.
bad thing. Yeah.
That's fine. It stays
Yeah.
in the fridge. We're
Yeah.
good. We're all good. Hey, look at that, Gabe. Really been enjoying your
Oh,
videos. Good stuff,
nice.
man.
Thank you, Muddy Tub.
Dude, I really liked your last video. Granted, it was about us.
well,
Hey, showcase your car.
let me tell you, I normally hate editing. It's not for me. I just don't like sitting down. But I really enjoyed editing this one, probably because it was a hell of a lot of fun.
That was it flowed really nicely. It was a
Yeah.
good video.
I did.
I haven't watched it yet. I gotta watch that.
I did quicker kind of cuts.
hmm
'cause
Yeah, I
think
could tell. Like it definitely was
Yeah.
a more thoughtful edit.
Yep.
Remember, when you're editing, less is more always.
I know. Yeah.
It's so hard because you like, but I want to say this and I want to get this. But
Yeah,
then-
I go back and watch my old videos. I'm like to myself, I'm like, dude, shut up. What are you talking? Like, just stop talking.
oh, dude, I can't.
It's like-
I can't watch my early videos. They're so bad.
I bet.
Like all these videos that people are like, "Oh, I love your early blah blah blah." I'm like, no, they're so bad. Anyway, why is it named the Stub? Because it's on Stubblefield Lane. So it's the Stub.
Yep.
Yes. Gabe's channel is Orlowitz Racing,
I'm
right?
typing it in,
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
and I'm at my last race of the season. That's why I'm in a hotel.
Yes, exactly. When you want to try and describe what happened, Gabe's video is a great example
Yeah.
of the weekend.
Yeah.
So believe it or not, Josh's wife Allison hired a videographer to film the event, and I was trying to upload the damn thing so that we could premiere it during this, but the stupid thing won't let me.
Was it like a teaser video, or did he do a?
Yeah,
full-
yeah, it's like it's almost like
It's like a minute long, just a clip of kind of everything, and it's pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyway, so it will be in the video that comes out on, I think, Saturday. I think.
Nice.
So it'll be in there anyway. It's not an ID10T error, thank
Yeah.
you. It's actually the stupid system we're using is not letting me upload it for some reason. I can upload it to YouTube. I just can't upload it to this live stream system. It's being a jerk.
It's being a Pen 15.
Yes, it is. It's a Pen 15. Nice. It's been a crazy, busy last week and a half. And I finally feel like today was the day where everything settled down. Like the last of our friends that were visiting from out of town left.
Yep.
Finally.
Like, get out. We're done with you. No, it was like
Tyler, you got your house back.
Yep.
it was like all of a sudden everything was quiet. And it was like, oh, yes.
Meet any celebs? Yeah, because we had a bunch of celebrities at our party.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we got tons of celebs that
I mean, if anything, you guys were the celebrities, obviously.
Yep.
if we're your definition of a celeb, then oh,
I think the correct answer is yes. Fred was there, so there was a celebrity.
Any new cars on the horizon for the dealership? Not really. We're kind of entering the slow time of the year, so we're being extraordinarily picky. So we don't want to buy anything, and honestly, we're having a hard time selling the cars we got. So I mean, it's October. October, November, December are the worst months of the year to sell cars. So
Yeah.
Yep. Brent, Colorado was good. It was a quick in and out. Went in, flew in Friday, did GABF stuff, flew out Saturday afternoon.
I see Harry's there. Harry!
Hey, Ferry.
Oh.
Harry got to drive his car, as he said, the most I've driven it yet.
There you go.
Which I'm glad. I'm glad that we got to do that. Like you got to
And
finally
he let Steve drive it too, and Steve was
Yeah.
blown away by it.
Yeah.
Steve was like, "Oh my god!" I think it's just epic, absolutely epic.
Did he finally take it home, Harry?
Yeah, it's at the shop.
Okay. Well done.
Yep.
Yep.
Now we just have one more vagabond car. We have the F8 from
Shucks.
Casey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh damn. Oh jeez.
Yeah, the 812 left yesterday.
Oh, cool.
812's gone. 488's
It's already
gone.
actually back to Jeff, isn't it? He made it back today.
Yep,
Oh, wow.
Jeff got it back today.
Dang.
That was pretty quick.
That was quick.
Dude, when they came to pick it up, the semi, it was a semi truck, not like a normal truck and trailer. They parked right on the main street of downtown Liberty Hill.
Yeah. That dude didn't care. He was just like, I'm
He
blocking
didn't
all the
give a
traffic.
shit. It blocked everything. It was
Wow.
like, oh shit. We were like, well, good luck with that. See you later.
That's hilarious.
Oh, here you go. Is there any Ferrari model you won't buy, not based on condition, just a model you don't like, doesn't sell well?
Mondial.
Actually, we haven't done a Mondial, but
Yeah.
I will tell you, I don't think we'll ever buy another 456.
Ah, yes.
I don't think we probably won't buy any more Californians either.
Really?
They're hard to sell.
Yeah, they're just hard. I think it's a great car, but I think it's too hard to sell.
I think it's got such a stigma,
Yeah.
which makes no sense because it's such a good car. But
Yeah.
you know, it's like the Ferrari purists are like, "Ugh, it's not a. Ugh." So it's like,
Maybe you
well,
need to make more content with it. Show people what it's about.
Maybe so.
I guess.
Do the
I
lower.
I drove it home. I drove it home
Yeah.
yesterday. The one we
Lower it.
have. And
Lower it and stance it.
True.
yeah, I was impressed with it. I like the
The problem
car.
is, I feel like if you lower it and stance it, although we like it, then it's going to even reduce
True.
the people who want to buy it even further.
Yeah.
I think if it was a different color, like the red tan, I don't think you should modify. But if it was a different color, like a
Mm.
gray on black or something, or maybe blue on black or some off color, lowering it and all that would make more sense.
I see that. Yeah. Yeah. What about the Portofino? Does it sell as? I don't think you've had one yet. Does
We
it?
I think
haven't
that's
had one.
probably even harder because
Harder?
I
it's
I
almost
wouldn't.
200 grand and it's a
They're
California.
still, the problem with the Portofino is they're still depreciating.
Yeah.
So as a dealer, they're not a good car to buy right now.
Fair.
Oh, a little gas money for my GT40 ride. Thanks again for letting me tag along.
Nice.
That covers like 8 or 12 miles.
That covers the gas that you breathe inside the cock. The
Yeah,
cabin, right?
Yeah. It was nice to meet you, Kevin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think it can get about, so it's a 22-gallon tank, and I think I can go about 200 miles on a tank. But to be fair, I mean, let's be real. We're putting it to the floor a lot.
Yeah, it's miles per gallon, not miles per gallon.
I got to drive it finally yesterday.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous.
How did you?
Did you crouch
yeah, like-
in there?
I mean, I had to like lean forward a little bit
Mm.
because I couldn't lean back all the way. So I had to
Yeah.
lean forward and kind of scrunch in there, but I made it work.
Your
Nice.
legs, your knees must have been hitting.
Yeah, the back of the steering wheel.
Oh yeah.
The
It's
AC
still
does
fun
work.
though.
Oh yeah, it blows cold.
Yeah,
it was
AC
cool.
It's fine until you get on it. And then
Yeah.
you get all the hot air that blows at you.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think of all the gated manual transmission Audi R8 V10s? I mean, they're cool.
I like R8s. They're all right. I don't have a problem with an R8.
They're not my favorite.
I had a gated V8 that I really liked.
I mean, I think gated plus V10 is great, but I don't like my problem is I just don't think that it looks that good. Like it just looks kind of weird.
Mm.
I don't know. Have you seen Ricardo Vega's collection? I've seen some of it.
Who's he? Is he?
He owns Ferrari of Austin. Yeah.
No, then I have not.
He's got a 288 GTO.
Ooh.
Have a blue Posey Cali 30. It's a great car.
There
Yeah,
you go.
that's a good
wonder-
color too.
I wonder how much better the Cali 30 is. Is it noticeable?
Not really. You can't
It's
really tell the difference.
It's an anniversary car.
Well, it's got more power, right? In this,
It's got a little bit more power. It's got it's a little lighter. It's got a little tighter suspension. It's got the silver vents.
Yep.
How long before Dan trades the GT40 for a Corvette?
It would have to be one badass Corvette.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no way.
I mean, if you know me, you know that I'm not really a Corvette fan. I do like Fords, so like the GT40 being a Ford actually is acceptable in my book.
Oh look, the token Tesla guy showed up.
Oh, yep, there they are.
Oh boy.
Gotta be a joke, right?
Congratulations.
Hold on, let's go on a cross-country journey in that Tesla.
Yeah.
Or tell you what, let's do a track day.
I don't have anything against Teslas. I have 2 of them. But
Yeah. They're
but-
great from driving point A to point
you can't
B.
compare it to a supercar.
Oh.
Even if it's faster, that doesn't mean anything.
Here's the funny thing is we drove the Tesla Plaid and we drove it around all day, and after that we were like, okay, I'm done with that.
Yeah.
Next. It was like, okay, it's a one-trick pony. We accelerated really fast a couple times. That's cool. Next.
Yep.
What scanning tool do we use? We use the Launch X431 Pro S3 Plus, I think, or 2 Plus or something like that. I can't remember. There you go. I have a strong burning desire to buy a Mondial and drive it across.
Well, there's a really good chance
Good
that
luck.
something's going to burn if you buy that car and drive it
Yeah.
across.
I was gonna say you capitalized burning on purpose.
Burn to the ground.
I encourage this behavior. Bring your camera
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make a good video series
and have your phone ready for like an Uber.
and your element.
Yeah,
fire
an element fire extinguisher.
Yeah, and bring an element.
Or two.
Fire. Oh, dude, we got a ton of. Okay, we got to sell some elements. We got a ton of them right now.
Oh yeah.
All right.
And we have there's a great video that apparently Element said we could use it. This dude was driving a Mustang on the track, and I don't know if something went wrong, and the rear of the car caught on fire. And he jumps out of the car, and of course there's no people, like it's a track day, so there's hardly any crew. No one's there to help put out the fire for quite a while. So he jumps out. Someone's trying to spray it with a regular fire extinguisher. The regular fire extinguisher runs out. He grabs his element and it puts the fire out.
Nice.
and it really, really worked. It was like, holy crap, that is the first time I've seen a great use of that, like on a car in real life. So I need to put that in a video and show that, like, hey, it really works.
Yeah. We could
I
buy a
bought
Mondial and light it on fire and then put it out with the
Oh my
element.
God.
Yes.
Oh man,
Yes.
tempting, but
I have one in my 360, but I hope to God I never have to use it.
right.
Yeah. I have British
exactly
cars.
right.
There's one in each car. There's one in my kitchen.
I know this was probably meant to, like, get some people mad, but I agree with you. It's the best sports car, not a supercar. Sports.
Yeah. Yep. If you say
Keyword.
sports car, everyone here will agree with you.
True story.
I've never driven one, so I don't know.
Yeah, you've never driven a Porsche?
No,
They're great to drive.
I've been on a fast lap around Coda in a GT4,
Hmm.
and that was pretty sick. But never drove one. I don't think.
I mean, they're good. They just, you know, yeah. You know what it is? It's like a Corvette. They're really good, and they're great value, but I feel like it doesn't keep my attention for a long period of time.
Yeah, they get boring.
It's fair.
Like, it's just, I don't know. Like the C8 is a perfect example of a car that is excellent in so many ways, but I just have no interest in owning it.
Speaking of C8, have you seen the prices of the C8s?
They're tanking.
Dude, you can get a C8 in the 50s and 60s now.
Call that.
Yeah, you
Oh,
called that
that's
about
so
2
bad.
years ago.
50, 60 grand, that car's a freaking bargain.
Oh, dude, I would rock the crap out of one at that price.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hell yeah. How far are you located from downtown Austin in the Woodlands?
The Woodlands
Woodlands-
in Houston.
Like Houston? That's like over 3 hours away. Downtown, we're probably a good 45 minutes, depending where downtown and what time of day. Porsche, the Toyota Camry of Coral Gables, Florida. Sounds about right.
Yep.
Do you think that a supercar made by a big manufacturer, Ford, Mercedes, etc., is a better supercar than Ferrari, Lambo? No.
Yeah. No.
No.
Well, unless he's talking about yours, Dan.
I don't know. I mean, mine's not really made by a big manufacturer. It's not made by Ford. It's made by Superformance.
Yeah.
So it's technically not a Ford GT40. It's a Superformance GT40. Yeah.
Am I
Gabe,
gonna
how's
drive
the
my
Grease-
3 Hell no, I'm not driving it in the snow. I mean,
Oh, you should.
I should, I guess.
If
You
they
right?
didn't salt the roads, I'd say you should.
Well, that's the
but
thing.
Yeah.
If you can get out there before they salt the roads and do a bunch of donuts and then park
Yeah.
it, that'd be acceptable.
They would, but they always salt them before the snow comes.
That's true.
Yeah.
They know how to do it there.
But it's
Mhm.
good. I got probably, let's see, we're October, say a month and a half, maybe 2 months left of good driving.
How much have you driven it since you bought it? How many miles?
A lot. I mean, I'm just under 25,000. So
What'd you buy?
Didn't
It?
it have like 22?
yeah, so I put just under 2,000
Nice.
Okay,
I
that's
drive
pretty good.
Yeah.
once,
That's good.
on average once a week for like an hour.
Nice.
But yeah, you got to stretch its legs. You have to.
Is the GT40 actually fast? I mean, I would say it's pretty quick.
it's
It
it's
keeps
pretty fast.
Yeah.
It's
I would say so.
it's not like breakneck acceleration. Like 0 to 60 is not going to like, a 48 would kill it in a drag race.
It's brutal acceleration.
I was
But
trying
it's a different acceleration. It's
Yeah.
because it's so tall geared.
Yeah.
Like if you took a modern DCT transmission and threw it in that car, it would destroy almost everything I know on the road. Because it's only a 5-speed, so it's geared so tall.
The pulls, I feel like, kind of were comparable in terms of torque to a 458. Would you say? Like that's kind of where I felt.
It's got more torque than a 458, and it's more horsepower. Or about the same horsepower.
The flat plane V8s don't have a lot of torque.
It definitely feels different.
Yeah.
It felt more like I felt like a buffalo or just some like just
it's a
big
push.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it just keeps going, you know? Like you ride it out the whole RPM range and it pulls as hard at 3,000
Well,
RPM.
like you said, it's big block versus small block. There's a
Yeah.
you can feel the difference between the two.
Although technically it's a 351 bored and stroked. So I think don't they consider it a small block? Even though it's a 427?
I thought 350s were small blocks, but it's been a minute since I've.
The 351 I think is considered a
Yeah.
small block, and it's a 351 Windsor that they bore and stroked to 427.
All right.
I think it's because like the 428 is not, that's a big block, and I think the 429 is definitely a big block. But I thought the 427 was still considered a small block.
Is that why it revs up so quick when you're like downshifting? Because it's like the flywheel's super light. Like it pops up to RPM super quick.
It behaves differently than a lot of the muscle cars I used to own that had
Yeah.
big blocks. Like I had a Chevelle with a 468. I had a 455 Rocket in a Oldsmobile, and none of them revved like this. Like this is a very interesting running engine. It's very interesting. You
Yeah.
know, it's just the way it behaves is, yeah. I'm pretty sure it's a Windsor, not a Cleveland. Not 100% sure, but I mean, it's a Roush block. It's a Roush engine. So, I mean, it might, you know, I don't know. I guess I need to do some more reading.
Yeah.
Nah, fuck that. Just
Well,
drive.
call the guy you got it from and ask him what's
There
the
you
deal.
go.
We gotta calm down this guy's wife. Calm
Okay.
down. Calm down. That doesn't work. Just so you know.
Yeah. We're making.
Quit your nagging. Quit your nagging.
Oh yeah, that definitely works. Yeah, that definitely works. Yeah. Telling us to tell your wife to calm down, that's a terrible idea.
And get him a beer while you're up. Jeez.
And make him a sandwich.
Yeah.
Make him a sandwich.
Oh man. We're just gonna get this poor bastard so much trouble tonight.
Yeah, sport.
Did.
Dan, do you eventually see yourself going towards luxury cars for toy, Rolls Royce, etc.? No.
The day 10 rolls around in a roll.
I have
Oh.
zero interest in Rolls Royce, Bentley, any of those cars. No, I just they don't do it for me.
I kind of want to get one, and then like my wife and I take turns driving each other around, one in the back seat,
Yeah.
chauffeuring.
Oh,
That'd be pretty cool.
351 Windsor is a small block. Cleveland is a big block.
There you go.
So now I got to Google, is the Ford GT 40 427, is it a Windsor or
Tony says it's a Windsor.
He says it's a small block.
That's what I thought. I thought it was a small block because they have different exhaust ports. And I was looking at the header design. The header design looks like the small block. Because I thought, don't the big blocks have the outers and then inners close together? Or am I thinking of Chevy? I think of Chevy. Oh well. Whatever. Anyway, all I know is it's an incredible engine, and the sound it makes is
That's pretty good.
Glorious. Yeah.
like it's that close to your head. It's pretty impressive. Like it's a totally different sound than a Ferrari. Obviously, like the Ferraris have that high pitched, high strung sound, which is in itself just spectacular. Don't get me wrong, I love that. But like, there's something about like this big ass V8 7 liters just roaring
Yeah.
behind your head. You're like, holy crap! Like this thing wants to eat me. No, there's no cup holders. There's no nothing.
No.
There's no place to put your insurance card.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a lie. The doors have a little cubby.
There's a big pocket there.
I found I can put this water bottle in the cubby and it stays generally in place.
Keyword generally.
Generally.
It can't fly out the window. Or
Yeah.
no.
Well, nothing can.
Nothing can go out the window.
Well,
I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
dude, you can't even fit a coin out the window hardly. Oh, you got a Daytona? That's awesome.
Nice.
Seriously, it is absurd how much attention that car gets. Like, you think I mean, I thought, wow, driving a Ferrari is almost to the point of being obnoxious with how much attention it gets. No, this is a new level. Like it's take the attention you get in a Ferrari and multiply it by like 50, and it's just
I think that remember when we passed those guys on Lime Creek with the car spotters, and you reposted the video.
oh, I need to play that video.
I
yeah.
think they
was
saw
great.
the 458 and they didn't say anything, and then as soon as they saw Dan's car behind it, that's when they went crazy.
They
Like,
lost their
you
shit.
time their
Yeah.
screams with what appears in the video. It's Dan's car.
Dude, that's that video made me smile all weekend.
That was hilarious because I got it from my perspective, but in my video, like when we were driving by them.
Yep.
Where is that video? I gotta find this because I just cracked up so hard.
Yeah, they got quite the show.
Where is the damn thing?
Brent Element does not make the balls. Element makes the sticks. Nah.
Hold on.
Mhm.
This is gonna take me a moment.
You posted it on
The problem is that stupid video they did as a What's it-
story.
story
Oh,
or
yeah.
whatever. So I couldn't repost the damn
Probably
thing.
gone then.
It might be gone.
Hmm.
Oh, here. No, it's unavailable.
Oh.
I hate that. Why do people do that? So dumb. Anyway, no, it was hilarious because we took a drive with a group of people, and I was the second car. Josh was the first car in the 458, and there's a well-known road in Austin called Lime Creek Road, and there's actually people who sit on the side of the shoulder and take pictures and videos of cars going by and stuff, and they post on Instagram and everything. And they saw Josh's car and they're like, "Oh!"
I could hear them start screaming when they saw the 458, and then they
Yeah.
saw
Then
you, and
you're
they
on
were
the
like,
corner, and here comes the F4, and they go, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
Oh, and like, lose
They
their
lost
shit.
it.
And it was so
Yeah,
funny.
it
I
was
just
hilarious.
cracking up. And then he goes, "It's a symphony." I was cracking up. Yes, this is exactly it right here. It is not about speed, it's about experience. And we were actually, so funny enough, I went to an event last night at the Petro Lounge, and I was talking to some of the Petro Lounge guys, and we were all talking about exactly that.
Mm.
Because I was parked there in my GT40, and a Lamborghini Aventador SVJ was parked right next to me. And we were talking about how to really enjoy the SVJ, you have to be above 100 the whole time.
Mhm.
Like to really have fun in that car, you're driving it so fast that it makes no sense on the street. And I can take out the GT40 and cruise, and it's just a riot the whole
Yeah.
time. You're just smiling and laughing like, "Oh my god, this is stupid," and you're having a great time. So
I don't know. When I drove it, I got on it once, shifted through the gears, and I look at the speedometer, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
it gets up there quick.
It was way into the triple digits.
Yeah.
And I did not feel like it either. And it
No,
got there really quick.
how expensive are they, Dan? I've seen them on bat all over the place. What sets the price? Years options. So Superformance is the only one that is making continuations, which are actually GT40s. The rest are all like kit cars or reproductions or whatever. They're not true GT40s. So Superformance cars in the GT40 world are way more expensive than everyone else because of that. So like my car is actually titled as a GT40. So it's considered a GT40, even though it's made in modern times. It's a GT40. So that sets a huge difference in price. Obviously, the newer cars are worth more because they're new, and options matter a huge amount. Like if you have a 427, it carries a massive premium over the 351s, or some people even run like 302s, which I'm like, why would you run a 302?
Yeah.
Like at least I feel like if you're gonna do a GT40, it can only be a 289, a 427, or maybe a 351. Like that's kind of like it. But obviously originality has a huge value in it as well. Like the closer to original it is, the more.
What did they have in them when they raced?
So the first two, so they changed the engine a few times, but the first two wins at Le Mans were 427s.
Okay.
The second two wins were actually 289s. So it's kind of weird because everyone assumes they always had the 427 and they didn't.
Hmm.
But they started the first 2 years, or sorry, the first year they only had a 289 and it did terrible. Then they did the 427, but they didn't like get it running properly and it all blew up. And then the third year they finally won with the 427, and then the fourth year they won with the 427, and then 289. So, yeah. There you go. I'm still learning all this stuff. Like
Yep. Love how that works.
So reading through your pamphlets.
Yep.
yeah. There's a lot to learn. It's like there's a ton of history in these cars, and it's interesting. Like I know my chassis number is like 2357 or something like that. So it's the 2357th GT40 to ever be made,
Nice.
which is kind of cool. But there you go.
It's also so tiny. Like when you look at it next to the other cars.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
it takes up nothing in my garage. I love how short it is. Like when you walk up to it, you're just like,
Mhm.
this barely comes up to my waist.
Yeah. Well, when I was behind you 2 F12s back, and we couldn't see you over just the wing of the F12. Like,
Yeah.
it's so tiny.
Dude, I get a little bit nervous about that because I'm like, man, someone's not going to see me and just whack the car.
Yeah, they're
like,
just gonna merge over, and
yeah.
some big truck not even gonna know you're there.
And of course, like the forward visibility is excellent. The side visibility is marginal. The like quarterback visibility is 0, and then the rear visibility is like 0 plus maybe a half. So like everything from like here back, it's just gone. And so when you change lanes, it's basically the rule is like kind of like in the Ferraris. Honestly, it's like stab the gas, then change lanes. Like make sure like you don't. As we were talking about at the Petrol Lounge last night, you don't merge to your left. You merge forward and left.
Yep.
You find the spot up there. That's where I'm going. Yeah, it's a. I don't know. I have to say, like, I think it's definitely my favorite car I've ever owned,
I can see that.
which is not good when you're selling Ferraris. Man, I'm sure Doug would love to review your car. I don't know. I feel like he's only reviewing stuff that sells on his stuff now.
Yep. It feels like that.
Yeah.
I feel like his videos have gotten kind of, I don't know,
He's
diluted
totally
a
there.
little bit because
He's
of
definitely phoning it in now because
that. Yeah,
he doesn't have to work ever anymore.
yeah.
I don't know on the insurance because it's still in the dealership at this point. It makes Meg's Mini look like a minivan. Seriously,
Yes, it does.
it looks her car looks massive compared to
Yeah. When I got in the F12 after, it felt like I could walk around. It
Right.
was so big in there.
it. Like can stand up in it.
Yeah.
You just realized Gabe had a channel? Jeez.
Oh,
Ah, come on,
thank you,
Stormtrooper.
Stormtrooper.
He's been around forever.
Yeah.
Better late than never.
Yeah. That's true. Doug does love the Ford GT, so maybe he would want to. So it is actually titled as a 65. So it's registered as a 1965 Superformance GT40,
Yeah, it's cool.
which was manufactured in 2017. So you can
How did they get
all-
away with that? Did they get a VIN number from an old one or something? Or
I don't know how that works. It's a good question. I think some of these reproductions you're allowed to do that. So you can get historic plates and everything for it,
yeah,
which is cool because then you don't have to do all the emissions bullshit
Yeah,
and
it's kind of
whatever.
like the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
On paper, it's old, but in reality, it's a new car.
Yep.
Yeah. Your Daytona is a 65. Nice. Yeah. Could Meg do a review on it? So we want to. So yes and no. She will do a review on it, but she does not know how to drive manual, and that's probably not the right manual for her to learn on.
But if she can learn on that, she can.
Yeah, she can
Drive
drive
anything.
anything.
It is definitely not an
It would
easy
be the
manual.
absolute worst car to learn.
It is. I mean,
Yeah.
this is like the 599 was a difficult manual to drive. This is more challenging than that.
You know what, Dan? If you want, you could use my Jeep that's at the shop. That's like the easiest manual to drive ever.
There you go. Actually, I wish I had back in the day. I had a Saturn SC1 manual,
Oh God.
and it was the easiest manual to drive on earth. I mean, it was like a joke. I mean, the only thing is you had to rev the piss out of it because it had no torque.
Yeah.
But I mean, which is great because like you could rev it to like 5,000, drop the clutch, and it'd be like, Meg has not even sat in the car yet, so I'm very, very curious what she's to think of this thing. So to be fair, she's ridden in some of my crazy muscle cars back when I had those in Michigan. So it has that muscle car feeling. Like the whole car, when it's at idle, the whole car is shaking and vibrating and whatever. So she's experienced that. But this will be interesting. This will be very interesting. So yeah, I unfortunately I'll have to drive her doing a review, which sucks because I love when she drives and gets to experience it because it makes it more authentic, I guess, or more real. But whatever.
You can have her dump the clutch and install it once and then trade.
It'd be a great video.
Honestly, that's the crazy thing is once it's warmed up, you can almost dump the clutch and it's got so much torque it won't stall.
Wow.
Like you do not have to use the gas pedal to get it to start rolling.
Nice.
It's pretty interesting. It's been a long ways since the 430. It's been 7 years. That came up on my Facebook just the other day.
Mm-hmm.
It's been 7 years since I bought the 430. It's hard to believe.
It was cool to see the 458 again since it showed
Oh,
up at the
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
That was really cool to see my old 458. Yeah, the guy I sold my old 458 to drove it up from San Antonio. So I was like, holy crap, like getting to see the interior.
Yep.
I'm glad he's taking care of it. Like it made me happy to be like, oh, it's still in good condition. Good.
Yep.
I think SC did stand for Sport Coupe,
I
didn't
think
it?
so, yeah.
It's funny. My buddy in high school had an SC Saturn for a while. That we used to go up to it and be like, "Check this out," and we just
You
punch
kick it.
the side of
Yeah.
it.
You could, but the problem is you couldn't drag across it because it would scratch.
Yeah.
You had to just hit it straight on.
Yeah.
I remember so I had it in college. It was my college car. And like the first or second time I drove it to campus, someone backed into it,
Oh no.
crashed the shit out of it. And I was like, God damn it. I was so mad because it was black. So like it showed up so bad. That was so frustrating. But that car was gutless. Totally gutless.
Yes.
Yeah. Jocko needs to drive the GT40
Oh
so
my god.
bad.
Yes, you do, Jocko.
Yeah.
I want you. I have never wanted anyone to drive my car so bad.
A resident race car driver.
Yeah, just to have him drive that, to be like, I just want to see your face, because I feel like it's going to be as close to the shit you drove back in the day, you know? I bet Meg's. Oops, I love Meg's expressions when she gets on it. Some of the supercars. I mean, nothing beats the first time when she drove the 600 LT. That was the best because she was just like, "Oh my god!" Yeah. The best part is the 600 LT has like a decent turbo lag, and then once it kicks in, it just is like
Yeah.
it's like a sledgehammer.
Yep.
You know, it is not refined, like it is race car turbos versus like refined street turbos where they're all like trying to make it smooth and pleasant and whatever. It's like, no, this is like screw you. The turbo's coming on.
Yep.
And you're gonna get all of it.
You're gonna know you're in boost, and you're gonna like it.
Yeah. Hang on. Yeah. I may run out of beer in a minute here.
Uh-oh. Yeah, there's conversation if you do a historical tag, but are you just gonna keep it in the dealer tag for a while?
I don't know. I'm debating pulling it out of the dealership for various reasons. If I do, I don't know that I would do a historical tag on it because I don't know that I need to.
Fair.
It's cool though.
It is
Yeah.
cool. Like, so what the rules in Texas are that if I can go get a plate from 1965,
Oh, that'd be cool.
you can actually assign that plate to it, and it would
Yeah,
actually
that's what you should do.
be an actual 1965 plate
That
What
would
do
be
you mean? You
rad.
just find like one on the open market
on eBay or whatever.
Oh.
Yeah, and so then you could, whatever that number is, you can register it as a 1965 or register that to the car. So that would be pretty neat to like 1965 license plate.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Especially if it's got like a little patina and stuff on it. You know,
Mhm.
yeah.
One of those all black
Your
Texas
car in
plates.
such good condition, man.
Well, it was until I drove it.
Well,
This last-
yeah.
Gosh, yeah. Did
That-
you lift it and look under?
No, not yet. I want to put it up on the 4-post pretty soon just to take a look underneath it because I've never seen underneath these cars. I have no idea what it looks like under there. So
Well, now it's just road rash and rock chips and
probably. I did. So Brad came out and we were talking about it, and he does say he can PPF it, but he's like, this is gonna be a tough one.
yep.
Oh,
It does have a PPF on the front clip and in some of the other areas that get a lot of rock chips, but I'm debating putting a full PPF on it because it's only got 1,000. Well, now it's got like it's already got like 1,600 miles on it.
Nice. That's how you know you bought the right car.
Yeah, like I'm already like, oh, is there an excuse to drive that car? Yes, I will.
Do I need lunch? No. Okay.
But I'm gonna drive it. No, it is. God, I don't know. Yeah, it's fiberglass body with a steel chassis. It's pretty cool.
Yep.
Do you think that people will basically stop caring about mileage on a supercar after 30K? I mean,
No.
mileage always matters on the supercars, right?
Yeah.
But like,
I think 30K is kind of considered like over
Hot.
30 is driver's car,
yep,
or like,
exactly.
and then over 50, I think over 50 people are like, they don't really care much after 50.
I'd see
Maybe
that.
50 is the number.
Yeah. I feel like once it hits 30, the depreciation slows down dramatically.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. Didn't need the valuation tour this year. No, all we did is took it on Cow Creek Road, and that devalued it plenty.
Yes.
Will you put a lot of miles on it? I mean, I'm not gonna like not drive it. So I don't know if that means it's a lot of miles, but I mean, I don't see any reason. Like, I feel like its value won't be hurt if it has the current miles or if it has 10,000 miles. You know, like I don't
Yeah.
think it's the same thing.
Like you're not deciding not to drive it because you want to keep the miles low.
Yeah, like I mean, so especially if I got it full PPF on it, who would give a shit if it's got 2,000 miles or 10,000 miles, right? Like it's not a supercar. Like that Roush engine is good for 200,000 miles. You know, the transmission's good for 200,000 miles. The clutch lasts probably 80,000 miles in that car. Like there's nothing that's like a big concern. it's all race car parts. Like the bushings aren't going to wear out. You know, those bushings creak like a motherfucker, whether or not it's got 5,000 miles or 200 miles. They're just creaky because they're race bushings. So, yeah. I sent you guys a 458 with over 100K on it. Did you all bid? Nope, we did not.
It's too hard to sell a car with that many miles.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like miles don't matter much on a GT40. That's kind of my feeling. Like it's not as relevant, right? Like I feel like that car would sell within a 10% range, whether it's at 1,000 miles or 20,000 miles. So like, would I be willing to devalue that car by 10% to drive it 20,000 miles? Yes. That seems like a no-brainer to me.
Yep.
Those seem like an awfully good spent money on it. Oh, thoughts on the Novatec 765 LT? Someone parked locally the other day in the street with the person on his plate. Novatec looked amazing. So much carbon. I don't know. I mean, the 765 already looks good.
Yeah,
I don't know why you need to add more shit to it.
Doesn't need bolt-on shit. It needs.
I'd do an exhaust, but I wouldn't mess
Yeah.
with the body on it at all.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like Novatec.
Unless you don't have the fender louvers, because those
yeah.
you need those on a 765.
I feel like Novatec is so overpriced, though. Like I
Yeah.
have a hard time with them, and honestly, it's because we've sold Novatec stuff and been burned by them because they're so slow. That
And also, the quality
it's
is not any better than Klein.
Really?
no.
I don't
Or like for the carbon fiber, if you want high quality, get Capristo. It's half the price. Like I honestly, Capristo's carbon fiber is better than OE.
It's good to know.
Like their shit is amazing for carbon fiber. You pay for it, like it's expensive, but it's still cheaper than OE, and it's way cheaper than Novatec.
Yeah.
So I
Well,
can't.
Novatec's done a good job of making their brand exclusive and tricking people into paying more money than it's worth just because of the name. They've done good at doing that.
I can't imagine buying a car and feeling guilty just to drive it. I feel like that's a sad part of a lot of supercar owners.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I feel guilty if I don't drive my 360.
Good.
Yeah.
I mean, I just feel like shit will just start to go wrong if I don't drive it.
It will. And not only that, why are you paying all this money to have that car
I
sit in your garage?
Yeah. It's like I just reach a time where I'm like, it's been too long. Like it's been 6 days. I gotta go out again.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's almost been a week. This is not good.
And you know it wants to run, so it's like, oh, I might as well take it out. So
Right? What are your thoughts on making a car brand your personality, i.e. Porsche and Ferrari guys? I don't know. I mean, we're kind of pigeonholed into the Ferrari brand, so I can't say much about.
Are you talking about the Porsche guys that wear like a Porsche hat and a Porsche leather jacket? And a Porsche-
I think so. Yeah, like you're not doing that. You're repping your own brand.
That's good for them. Good for them.
Yeah.
Whatever. If that's what they makes them
Did you
happy.
guys ever watch Friends?
I mean, I did back when they first really
There was
came out.
one episode where Joey stands in front of this guy's Porsche in the street, and all these chicks come up to him, and so he's like, "I'm gonna pretend I have a Porsche." So he gets a Porsche hat and a jacket, and he stands there with a cover over some boxes, pretending he's got a Porsche. It's funny.
I don't remember that one, but that's good.
Ferrari socks. No. I think Josh and I have a pair of shoes with Ferrari logos on them.
I got a couple pair of the Puma Ferrari shoes.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
have
they're
any
driving
socks,
shoes.
though.
They actually are good driving shoes.
Yeah.
I switched to Vans for driving because they're almost as good, but then you can actually walk in them and not burn your feet in Texas. Because I used to wear the Pumas, and then the problem was like you go somewhere in the middle of the summer in Texas, and you could feel the heat from the asphalt coming through the bottom of the soles.
Oh.
And I was like, yeah, this sucks.
Yeah, no good.
Like, you need real shoes. So I didn't feel like being that guy that like drives to an event and then changes my shoes just so I can walk around. It's like that looks douchey as hell. Last day for cars in Michigan.
Ooh.
What? This early?
Oh man, you're already giving up?
Oh no.
Well, just ship them down here, Jocko. Dude, Jocko,
There you go.
we have a big ass building.
We're
fit-
happy to store your
we
SF90
will
or the Pista or whatever
gladly.
you want.
You can park your Ferraris in our building anytime you want, rent free. You know, just let us know. And then you can stay at my guest bedroom and it's all taken care of.
There you go.
All you have to do is pay one drive tax.
Well, soon he can stay at the stub so he can keep an eye on his cars while
There
he's
you go. Yeah.
Yeah, you can stay at the
Keep out that window every few hours.
bedroom.
Oh man.
No, people should not be. Please, God, don't wear those damn things.
Oh God.
Are those the
They don't
shoes
even
with
make
the
'em.
toe things?
Yes,
Yeah.
That's
Toe
all.
fingers.
so
Those are
bad.
the hippie shoes.
Dude, I saw a guy wearing those the other day, and I was like,
They still make them? Holy shit.
yeah, they're terrible.
I thought they were for yachting, and when you're not using them for their intended purpose, it's like whatever.
They look so stupid.
For yachting.
Yeah,
That's what
so you can
they're
get like
for?
traction. Yeah, that's
Oh,
what I was
that's
always told.
funny.
I don't know if that's true.
Actually, dig your toes into the
Yeah.
floor.
Oh, I did see that Super G that's on Cars and Bids, but I saw it really early on, so I don't know what's at right now. The problem is we can't really we as a dealer don't really want to buy cars that sell at auction because then everyone knows how much we paid for it.
Well,
So-
you can't buy a car on Cars and Bids and make any money, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Because they're going to bring top dollar there. Like, they're not going to bring any more than they would anywhere else,
yeah,
I think, for the most part.
yeah. Thoughts on the comparison between the tuned 48 and a 48 Pista? I mean, the Pista is still going to be more of an
Yeah.
animal.
What Steve told me, and just summarizing to make it quick, is here's a 48, here's the Pista. It's nicely in the middle. Like, it's still a 48. It's not a Pista.
Yeah, it's not going to have the same suspension.
Yeah.
It's not going to have the same transmission setup. It's still not going to be quite as aggressive.
That Super G is nice.
I love the Super G.
The one on Cars and Bids. It's at 105 right now.
That's it.
It's got
Wow.
4 days left, though.
Oh my
Oh.
god. Yeah, it's not gonna. It's gonna. That's gonna be like 150 plus. It had pretty low miles, right?
18.9.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And was that the 08 or was it the 14?
It's an 08.
Yeah.
And it's the yellow.
Oh, that's the only problem.
That pearl yellow.
Ugh. That
Yellow. I think
Oh,
they call it
that's
like
very
yellow
good.
Midas or
Is
something
that
like that.
Steve's color?
No, he's got the Arancia Atlas. No, Arancia Borealis.
Atlas was the Mercy.
Yeah,
I know we need to talk not car stuff, so Hugh can tell us to talk about car stuff.
Oh, good point. Yeah, he's thanking us for talking about car stuff. So, what's non-car stuff? I am taking a well-deserved date day tomorrow. Meg was like, "Hey, I think we could get a babysitter for Friday and go see a movie." And I was
Ooh.
like, "Done."
Nice.
So we're gonna go see a movie in the middle of the day because we're lame and we don't actually,
Well, matinee.
Yeah, you gotta get that matinee price.
I don't know if it's that
$6
much
movie.
cheaper, but honestly, it's this. This is how lame we are. We don't like having a babysitter have to put Ash to bed. Like we want to do that ourselves
It's fair.
because, like, I don't know. So we're lame. So we're taking a midday babysitter instead of an evening babysitter. Like, I know it's the dumbest thing ever.
Whatever
We're
you
so
gotta do.
lame.
Most of my friends with their first kid did the same thing, so you're falling in line. That's all good.
Yeah.
I've never hired a babysitter for either of my kids ever.
There, see, there you go.
ever.
Ever.
See,
I just don't trust anybody.
Oh, jeez.
So, dude, we've gone through. We tried a couple, and admittedly, some of them were crap. And you're like,
Yeah. I don't want someone I don't know in my
Yeah.
house watching my kids.
but
yeah, that's
we found this. I'm gonna call her a woman because she's not a girl, and she has kids of her own, and she is phenomenal.
Nice.
Like, just so good.
How much does it cost for a whole day?
It's $20 an hour,
Oh, well, that's not bad.
so it's not terrible.
Yeah.
And she's so good. Like, she just knows. I mean, she's got her own kids, so she knows how to take care of him. And so, like, she's the only one that we've hired where when you come home, she's not got him plunked in front of a TV. Like, she's playing with him and doing stuff and reading books and stuff, and you're like, awesome. Like, that's great. Because like that's the default, right? Like, if you hire a teenager, they're just going to turn on the TV and
Yeah.
plop him in front of it, and then he's just going to go, "Whoa, TV!"
Yeah.
Which, admittedly, like when you need a break, you're like, "I don't care. This is for my own brain."
Mhm.
Like, he can rot his brain for one day while I go recover my brain for
Yeah.
a day.
Hey, Hugh gave us $1.
Hey, yeah.
Woo! Yay! That covers almost 1/4 of an hour of my babysitter. $20 an hour, that's crazy cheap. Yeah, I mean, so far that's been pretty much the standard rate for everyone we've tried. But yeah, this person's the bomb. She's awesome. Very, very, very pleased. And we get to go out, and so we're gonna go see the movie Dumb Money.
oh,
I haven't even heard of it.
It's
Yeah.
about GameStop,
Oh, okay. The stonks.
the stonks. Yes,
Stonks
All
go
about
up.
Yep.
They don't go down. They go
you
up.
see that,
That's
Josh?
right.
That's up your alley.
that. Man,
I did play GameStop early on.
Nice.
I made pretty good money on it.
Even better.
when I saw that this was a movie, I told Meg, I'm like, we have to see this. I
Yeah.
really want to see it in theater.
I didn't realize they made a movie, so I'm definitely going to see that
Yeah,
one. I'm
like,
not gonna
the only reason
movies, but I'll go watch that.
We happened to see the preview when we went to Oppenheimer.
Hmm.
So, how much are sitters where you're at, Jocko? And wait, why do you need sitters
There's cars.
for scars? I'm not really worried about the TV. Like, he doesn't watch it that much, but like I just feel like when you hire a babysitter and they just default to throwing on the TV, because that's the easy babysitting, right? Like, plop him in front of the TV, turn it on, and he's pretty content for a couple hours. But
Yeah.
Anyway, Jacko hires sitters for his vids. I don't know.
Hey now.
Oh, grandkids.
Vehicle kids.
That's right.
That would
Do
do
have
it.
grandkids. As they get older, closed captioning makes them read. That's true. That's,
I do that with my kids.
make them read.
I turn on the closed caption, make them read it instead of listening to it.
Do you
Just
mute
because you
it?
don't want to hear it, because you want them to read
No,
it.
because I want them to read.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. Well, right now, like, generally the only TV he watches is Miss Rachel, which I feel pretty good about. Like, she's pretty amazing.
Yep.
It's all pretty good stuff for, like, I don't want him watching anything like, I don't know what's
Jackass.
that one horrible TV show that, like, it's like crack cocaine for kids.
I don't know.
Blue's
Oh.
Clues?
No, that's not even really on anymore, is it?
I don't
The
know.
guy was on
Yeah.
crack cocaine, right? Didn't that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
Some drug scandal.
No, what's it,
It
called?
was what
Blippy,
Paw
I can't
Patrol.
stand Blippy. Blippy can
No.
eat it.
Mm.
That
Blippy
dude
is
is so
obnoxious.
annoying.
You're like, oh my god, kill it,
Oh my god.
Yeah, kill me now.
kill me.
Me too, buddy.
What's it called? Oh well, whatever.
Oh.
Is it
Bluey
the-
is awesome. Coco
Yeah.
Melon, no,
Is it the one with the rapper?
Bluey is hilarious.
Oh, yeah, I
Dude,
threw out
Bluey you
Bluey.
watch as an adult and you're like, okay,
Someone said Bluey's good for dogs because
Hmm.
they can see
I
blue
guess
better.
maybe.
I don't know. So we tried throwing it on.
Bluey's funny because
on my dog.
so the thing I read was someone said Bluey is like a love letter to parents because it's
What
like
does that mean?
it's funny because like the stuff they do, you as a parent, you're like, that's the crap I want to do for my kids, you know. It's
I
funny.
make my kids watch like nature documentaries and stuff like that.
Perfect, yeah.
I mean, they might as well like have something there in their mind that's somewhat useful in the future.
Teletubbies. I don't know. Is that even still on?
I hope not.
I don't know. Anyway, I try not. We're not a big TV house. Like we don't have cable. We only have the internet, and we don't watch that much. Like I watch. It sucks, but like half my YouTube watching is for like research, and like ideas. So,
See you, Jacko.
are you
Later,
going
dude.
hunting?
Yeah.
Ah.
Later.
Good luck on that, Jacko. All right, I need another beer. I shall return.
Oh, did you guys install the exhaust? You can get your beer, Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Before
I got it all done yesterday. Well, it's not done. The whole exhaust is installed, but the bumper and stuff is still off.
Mm.
I had to repair a bunch of stuff on the bumper that was broken, which I did today.
You didn't do
bumper
You didn't
will
do
go back
headers, did you?
tomorrow. What?
You didn't do headers, did you?
Yeah, we did headers.
Oh, you did.
Headers, no cat. Did like catless pipes and the rear section. We started it yesterday, and it's really freaking loud.
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
I gave it one little rev, and it made the loudest pop I think I've heard. Part of it's probably because it's in the corner of the building right there with the metal walls,
Yep.
but it was pretty ridiculous.
That thing's shaping up.
Yeah, it's okay. It's coming together. It went into limp mode on that drive we
Oh,
took.
yeah.
Mm.
I had to disconnect the battery at the gas station to reset it.
Really?
Yeah.
I missed
Hey, you were
that.
there, Tyler.
Yeah, I missed that.
Well, so Dan pulled up next to me in the GT40 and he like downshifts and I'm like, okay, fine. So I do a double downshift and I punch it. And as soon as I punched it, it fell on its face.
Oh.
The freaking light started flashing.
Oh.
Check engine light did.
Yeah.
So
And
what?
it said reduced power, restart engine, and then it said electrical malfunction.
Oh, jeez.
Well, that's. I mean, kind of that kind of tracks, right? You had the whole thing. Fucking.
This is what I see when I walk out there to go get a beer.
Oh,
We got-
lazy dogs.
We got Mo and we're babysitting Wiley right now.
Oh, there's another
Look how Wiley's on the pillow.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's how my dog sleeps.
He's
She
like,
props herself
this
up.
is it." Dude, we were joking because Wiley, he loves when we babysit him now because we give him all this human food and stuff, and
Oh my gosh.
he gets this big ass backyard to run around in. He's like, this is great.
Hugh, I have the service manual, but I have not looked at it.
Wow.
It's like 1,000 pages, and I don't want
Yeah, I
to
mean,
scroll through to try to find what I need.
we'll see if you get that again after you drive it.
I didn't get it. I reset it at the gas station before we went down Lime Creek, and it didn't come back. But I took it kind of easy on the car. I didn't really get on it too much.
Yeah. So the flashing is probably misfiring,
Yeah.
right?
I think it needs spark plugs and coils.
Usually, a flashing check engine light is active misfire.
So like you should pull over if you're flashing.
It's like stop.
If it's flashing, it means it's spitting fuel into the cats, unburnt fuel into the cats.
It's good to know.
So, I mean, really, if it's flashing, you should pull over. But
Yeah, if it's flashing, it's very unhappy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine went away. It appeared for like a month or so, but
Watch
it went away. So
is Apple Watch?
Dang it! I was trying to upload that video again. It would not let me.
yeah, you should try at the end.
Let's see. I mean, if I delete some of these other videos,
I don't get why it wouldn't upload. What's different about that video?
it's like the first thing it was like bitching about was the file size was too big, so I re-rendered it to be a lower resolution. Only thing I can think of is maybe I have nope, still won't upload. Balls.
Emma, what are you doing?
It's a nice background.
Yeah, you're in bed now.
Tyler, your dog's not behind you, is he? Is she? Tyler,
Say what?
your dog's not behind you, is she?
No, she's on the floor
Oh.
up here.
There's a button for music. I want to see.
Uh-oh.
If I click this, what happens? Anything?
I'm not hearing anything.
Oh wait.
Oh yeah.
Oh, some porn music. All right.
Oh, I can play music.
Yeah, but it's not coming in like through the audio. It's just we hear it in your room, I think.
No, it's
I think
coming
it's
in.
going through the audio.
Oh, is it? Okay.
It's too
I
clear
can
to
hear
me.
something.
It's just quiet. Oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
It's kind of a mellow.
Yeah, some
hotel
chill
lobby.
vibes.
It said chill. This is chill music.
Oh my god.
I feel like we don't need that.
Do you consider my car a good future? I feel like don't answer that because either. I mean,
I think it is.
Well, like
I don't know. I didn't buy it for an investment.
if he
so-
drives it a lot, it's going to depreciate a little over time,
Yeah.
but way slower than pretty much anything else you could buy.
Let's put it this way. Let's say he owns it for a couple years and he puts 10,000 miles on it and he loses $10,000 on that car.
That's totally worth it.
Would
Yeah.
that be worth $10,000 to drive it for 3 years?
Yeah.
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 Well, the funny thing is if you do the math, that's only what, $200 a month.
Yeah. It's cheaper than any like normal car you could ever buy.
Yep.
And
More
it's
fun.
way more fun. So I mean that's the thing. It's like I feel like I want to do a video about this. I feel like the supercar market has gotten way too into the investment aspect of it and the monetary side of it, and people don't give a shit about it being a car anymore.
Well, I don't think there's really any car you can. Well, there are a few, but you don't buy. People don't buy a car, or they're focusing on buying it as an investment.
Yeah.
Right.
The only investment is you're going to buy a specialty car and put a cover on it and put it in a bubble in your garage.
Yeah. That's
Right.
the only guaranteed way you're going to make money.
Then you still have to maintain it, and you still
You want
have
to make money. If
insurance on it.
I tell you what,
Yep.
I have a 100% guaranteed way to make money on a car. Go cough out $2.5 million for an F40, put it in an airtight bubble, and come back in 10 years.
Yep.
And I guarantee you you'll make at least $1 million.
Oh, it's probably worth double.
Yeah.
In 10 years.
Everything else is a risk, and everything else is a car.
Yep.
So just accept that it's going to probably lose money, just like they used to always.
Yep.
Like for all of eternity, it's like people are just so obsessed with like, oh, am I going to lose my money? Am I going to lose my money? It's like, dude, if I could guarantee, like if I could tell you that you're going to spend $10,000 to $20,000 over the next 5 years to be able to go enjoy the crap out of some day of your life multiple times a year, would that be worth it? Oh,
I'd
interesting.
say yes.
So you know I'm in the car.
Perfect.
Josh was just chatting me.
We have some stuff brewing.
Some
We
Um,
have
interesting news.
we have it's definitely like a
Yeah.
For us.
Regarding gated conversions, but we'll probably talk about that more in the next couple weeks or something.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, just give them a little teaser.
Yeah,
That's it.
Yeah.
well,
that's all we can say for now.
we
Yep.
spent some money,
There you go.
Yeah.
but we don't have parts yet.
Okay.
More likes might convince Dan to say something, but there's only 34 of them.
50?
That's bullshit.
That is bullshit.
Yeah, I like it.
I was actually going to say, you know what we need to do is have everyone chip in money so that you can buy Allison a new violin.
Oh,
We got to hear her play first.
Her violin
Yeah.
was sitting on this bench behind me right there, and she was playing the piano, and it fell over and landed on the bridge, which
Oh,
holds
no.
the strings up. And there's a post inside of it that holds it all together, and it pushed on the back and cracked the back. The crack is like 10 inches long,
Oh,
Wow.
and her violin's from 1860.
No.
Oh.
It's irreplaceable and it's not fixable.
uh,
So she's pretty devastated right now.
yeah, that's fair.
see, when you told me that happened today, I was like,
I'm gonna contact homeowners insurance and see if they'll cover it because her violin's worth like 30K.
I
Yeah.
bet they will.
Wow.
Dude,
I'm hoping they do because
have a
otherwise I'm
special,
gonna have to buy her a new one.
you need to put a rider on your policy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've got a rider on my policy for computer stuff. I've never used it, but like
yeah.
I could literally take this beer and pour it on my laptop right now, and I would get a new laptop.
Well, you need to upgrade. I got you.
Yeah, like that laptop's like 7 years old. I'm like, maybe it's time for a new one. Oh damn! Hey, we got a $5
There you
violin.
go.
Yeah.
Thank you, John. That's
Thanks, John.
actually very appreciated. Dude, yeah, that
Yeah,
Okay.
it sucks. It's
question. How do you justify spending that kind of money on a car? I'm a car guy and I don't get it. Explain it to me other than saying it just because I can. Just curious. Because you don't lose the money.
well. Also, you got to figure like maybe he's coming from a spot where he doesn't have the money to buy a Ferrari or something. So
true.
Yeah.
you know, somebody that has more income or has more money, it's less of a big deal to them sometimes. You know, to buy a car like that.
Yeah, if you've got millions of dollars in cash set aside, spending 200 grand on a car is not necessarily as big a like financial concern.
It's all relative.
It's all relative, but I also feel like you do have to factor in the fact that like when you buy these cars, it's not like you spend $200,000 and it goes to zero. You spend $200,000 and then when you sell it, you probably get close to $200,000. In some cases, you get more than $200,000.
Yeah.
In other cases, you might get like 180. It's like my first Ferrari, I only lost $20,000 or so, and I drove that thing for 3 or 4 years, like 30,000 miles or something like that.
And if you do it right and you play your cards right, you can buy cars and drive them for free. I've did it
Especially-
with pretty much
especially
every
Ferrari.
sports car I've ever had. I've just did my research, was patient, bought it right, fixed a few things on it, and drove them for free or made money on them.
The F-Type cost me $4,000 to own for 4 years.
Yeah, that's like
Perfect. Yeah. Oh my God, $1,000 a year?
Yeah, for all the smiles and giggles in the world.
Yeah.
With that car,
Give me a
like
break.
You
Yeah.
just need to be able to buy in. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Either
You
through
have to get to
cash
the
down
point-
or income to be able to support it. The cash flow.
That's the hardest part is getting to the point where you can afford that initial oomph into it.
Yep.
But
and the way
mean,
I
if
look
you're
at it.
asking-
Oh, go ahead, Gabe.
I was to say if you're asking that, then maybe it isn't right. Like
Yeah.
I feel like
and also, I mean, when I was younger, when I was in my early 20s or whatever, and I loved cars and everything, I spent like 90% of my money, of my income on cars.
Yeah.
Every bit of money I had, I was spending
Oh,
on
yeah.
car stuff.
oh yeah.
Well, that's
But
how I
when
look
you
at
don't
it.
have any responsibility.
Yeah, I cook a lot of my own food. I don't go out to eat often. I do my own yard work. I clean my own house. I don't pay for maid services or any of this other extra things. So all that money I have can go to something fun like a car.
Right.
Yep.
It's what are your priorities in life?
Yeah.
yes.
And for some of us idiots, cars are like right up there in the top priorities, which is probably an illness, and that's okay. This is basically like a group of us talking about like our problems together.
It's group therapy.
Our wives have learned how sick we are.
Like let's be real. We've conned all of our wives to actually marry us. It's fine, Like, wait, what are you spending 6 figures on? Really? Okay, yeah.
It's all about easing them into it. You start small and you just ease your way in, and then by the time you get to Ferrari, they're
I mean,
jaded. It's like,
I hate to toot my own horn, but like my God, I've convinced Meg my entire life is about this now.
It took 7 years.
I'm all in. She knew I was into cars when we met, but it was never like
Yeah.
This was going to be a career path.
Yeah, never quit your job and just do cars.
I hope she's not watching right now because I'm definitely going to get smacked when I go back to bed. She's like, "What?" No, seriously, it's it's. I mean, you have to be financially savvy. Let's be real. Like, it's an extraordinarily expensive thing, and it's completely optional. There's no way around that.
Yep.
Like, at any moment, like, but that's the other thing about it is like, as much as I love cars and I love all this stuff, if at any moment it was interfering with my ability to have a reasonable life, it would go away.
Yeah.
Like it just wouldn't. So but I mean, I'm going to say, like, thanks science and my education background, that's never been a problem. Like, I've always worked hard enough and been fortunate enough to have jobs that paid me enough to where I could play with cars.
I like this. I like this.
Yeah.
If this car is worth pissing me off, go ahead. I've pissed you off a few times. True. That is so true. Yeah. That first Ferrari, when I bought the 430, I got shit for months, probably even, I would say, years from Meg. And in hindsight, I'd do it again.
That's a good question from Muddy Tub.
Let's see.
Yeah.
All is said and done with the shop. Are you glad the garage didn't work out? Oh yeah.
Wow.
Like that was a blessing in disguise. But like I've said, we were actively looking for a property when
A long time.
Yeah, for over a year before the garage happened. Like the garage being like the HOA denying the garage happened right as we found this property. So the timing couldn't have been more perfect. Like it was just like, oh, okay. Because ironically, like the amount of money I put into the shop is about how much the garage would have cost. So it was perfect. Like, so I probably put about $200,000 into the shop, and that's almost exactly what the garage would have cost me. So you couldn't have timed that better.
Nice.
It was perfect. So now we just need to sell some cars. Buy some cars. Hey, all you people, there's 106 people in here. I know one of you needs a 430.
Nobody seems to want a 430 right now.
Yeah.
I think nobody seems to want to buy anything right now.
I know everyone's holding chill. Although we sold a Mustang.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hey,
good.
yeah.
Yep, GT500's gone. Did you get your deposit back in the garage? I got all of it except for the expenses that they already spent.
Designing
Sorry.
stuff isn't free. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, which is fair. Like they did stuff, but they gave me back all the rest.
Yeah.
Really, your wife got
Oh,
you
wow.
into cars?
That's cool.
That's fascinating. I mean, hey, rare car wives or car women. I mean, you know that they do exist.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know their names. The cool, look, I think
Oh,
Mike, yeah, the cool couple at the grand opening. They had a Porsche, a GT3, and a Viper, and they tracked them both.
Oh, nice.
They may be watching. They're both just super into it.
Yeah, I think they said they'd watched the live. So
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh,
I
yeah, I
think
forgot
it
their
was
names.
nice.
But yeah, that GT3 and the green one.
That
Yeah.
was nice.
That was a great color. That was a good looking car. Yeah, like that happens. There are women into cars, but it's just kind of like.
But it is definitely the exception. It's mostly guys dragging their.
Let's be real. This
their
is
women,
a sausage fest. It is.
especially when we start revving those cars.
yep.
Most of the girls are like, "Just get me out of here."
Oh, dude. The fact that Meg tolerates all this and has somehow not killed me is really impressive.
I like what she says. She was against or is against supercars on a cellular level, right? I've heard her say that. multiple times.
It's true. I mean, like, it's a hard to justify expense, but like at the same time, I don't know what else you can do with all that money.
Pretty much.
Women are more into horses than cars. I don't think Meg really gives a crap about horses.
Certainly not horses on cars, because the Ferraris don't do anything for her. So
No. She loves her Mini more than almost any Ferrari you could imagine.
It's good.
you just gotta get her a AMG GT and
Yeah.
make her happy. And
Someday, if we're ever super rich, I will buy her an AMG GTR in Hell Green Magno, and she can just flog the shit out of it, and
Yeah.
I will be ecstatic.
all right, Meg, timestamp that. It's an hour 25. You can save this video.
Hey, if we were in a position to where we can afford that, I would love to do that
Oh.
for her.
Heck yeah.
Put the car seat in that shit.
Yeah. That'd be awesome.
Pulling out
Pulling up to school.
pulling up to school.
Oh my God.
I have to say it is such a good looking car.
It is.
It sounds fantastic. It really is. I mean, it's really not even that expensive.
Yeah, for what
I
it
don't-
is.
I
It's
don't
so cheap.
understand that car. Why is it so cheap?
People are scared of them, I guess. I don't know.
I guess. Have you seen the car dad's
Interesting.
car channel? No, I haven't.
That sounds like, is it like a very practical thing, or is it like car enthusiasts? I wonder.
Cars for dads. Yeah, is that minivans and trucks? I don't know
Right.
what else.
Horses are panty removers.
Interesting.
Actually, dogs. If you want to get laid, go take a puppy. You'll meet so many women.
Take a puppy.
Dude, it would
Where?
be like if you take your dog on a walk at the Domain,
Oh,
you'll get more attention than any car you could ever imagine.
Oh yeah.
Mo is fantastic. He is, as I just posted, enjoying life to the fullest. Right? That is Mo. He is converting oxygen into carbon dioxide right now.
yes.
I've thought of the idea of somehow getting a car seat for my pug and putting him in the Ferrari and filming it, like making videos.
You should. You
I'm on
so
the
should.
fence. One of my friends suggested that, and I'm
Oh, you
thinking,
should. You should definitely do that.
Yep.
gotta find one where like he wouldn't wreak any havoc in the car.
Right.
Like,
It's
you
a,
can't get
it's a
out
risk.
or-
It's a risk.
or vomit or something. I don't know.
Yep.
Oh, hey,
What
hey,
favorite
Gabe.
track?
Just recently watched your Palmer track video. Was wondering what has been your favorite track that you've driven so far?
The track that has suited me best is Lime Rock. I
Mm.
won all 3 races that weekend. I just really found a groove there.
You won?
In my class. Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we got the next Jocko here.
I mean,
That's the goal, right? Something like that.
yeah. But yeah, Lime Rock was really good.
I just realized we need to send you a bunch of stickers so you can pretend like you're sponsored by us.
dude,
Yeah.
yes, I'll throw them on my car.
Oh my god. Why haven't we done this already?
I actually have an extra sticker. Next year, I gotta clean up the car and do a bunch of stuff to it for next year. This is my last race weekend. This
Yeah.
weekend.
Get you some bigger
too
vinyl
cold.
ones.
Yeah. Just,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll
This
get you
year-
something. I'll definitely fork out for that because that would be cool.
Just like Richard's
Yeah.
before. It won't be that pretty.
Dude, that thing's funny.
That was hilarious when he showed up. Yeah, Richard showed up in the full outfit.
Yep.
Helmet, Hans device, suit.
I got a picture. Sorry, yawning. Where is it? Where the hell is it? There we go. This is how Richard showed up at the grand opening.
Straight from Coda.
Yeah. Why won't you focus? Anyway, there you go. There it
There
is.
it goes. Yeah. Yeah, that's funny.
You did it right.
I will say that was a fantastic day.
It
Did you
was.
see the fantastic sunset?
Yeah. It was cool.
Like, what a perfect day. Just barbecue, cars, friends, hanging
Yep.
out, great weather.
Yep. Hard to beat.
Couldn't have asked for anything else.
Yeah, that was like a dream weekend.
Dude,
for
it's
me.
it's been it's hard to even describe how like like I don't know about you, Josh, but like there's been so many moments now where we're just working on a car in the shop now, or just sitting there, and I'm just like, it's done. Like I can't believe it's here. It's so
Nice.
good.
It's cool.
Anyway, it is now 9:31.
Woohoo.
So thank you everyone for coming. We do appreciate it. And we got some cool videos coming up, some DIY and some other cool stuff, including the exhaust on the 458, the titanium Valvetronic exhaust, and the stub. Oh, I have a video of the stub done. That's coming out. So that's coming out soon. So we'll see you guys then. And thank you for watching.
Cool.
See you soon.
Night, everyone.